So guys, when you hear that the ruling party, the APC party, is responsible for all the gbas happening in other political parties, I tell you, the proof is not far-fetched. You need to take your time and listen to what Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo has come out to say, what INEC is even saying, that they need time to understand the ruling that came from the court. That is why Abure is still there bragging that he is the leader of the party. This is one of the main things that is causing the crisis in the Labour Party. And to worsen that, INEC is now frustrating plans for other people to come register new parties. I mean, registering a political party now in Nigeria is very, very difficult. Courtesy of the Tinubu-led government and, the APC, their desperation to retain power. They know that the people have rejected them. They've only resorted to take power by force. But guess what? We are not giving in this fight. Because see, Nigeria must be better. Take your time, watch this video to see what Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo has got to say about what is happening and their plans to hinder other oppositions, from stopping them 2027. Take your time, watch this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
I was a member of Labour Party. We did not envisage such a situation, and I warned them beforehand. If you don't tackle this on time, such a scenario can emerge. The root of the crisis is in the fraudulent organization of a purported national convention in Nnewi, where people fraudulently allocated posts to themselves and came out and started raising their hands that they are the members of the National Working Committee of a national party without election. By their own admission, there was no election because they said all of them came out unopposed. What other thing do you need to know that there was no election? Have you seen an election of any party that garnered up to 6-point-something million persons and the entire National Working Committee members came out unopposed? That is fraud. Even INEC was not invited according to law, and that was why INEC disassociated themselves from that purported convention. And even when INEC disassociated themselves, you saw the way those people that were claiming that were disgraced, and they went to court, and eventually the Supreme Court said their regime has come to an end, and if your regime comes to an end, you go in peace and leave the party alone. And the party constituted a caretaker committee, which is the only legitimate leadership of the party. But you are dealing with an INEC that has become a department of APC. Can you imagine an INEC that disassociated themselves from Abure, disgraced him out of their office, and the Supreme Court has now sided with INEC that Abure is not the legitimate leader of Labour Party? And INEC is now telling you they don't understand what the Supreme Court interpreted. An INEC that was represented by a son in that judgment is telling you they need time to understand the judgment of the Supreme Court. You need time to understand the judgment that was given in your favor as a supervisory organization supervising the political party. You were the first to disassociate yourself from an Abure-led leadership. Now Supreme Court has disassociated itself and the courts from Abure-led leadership. You are saying that you need time. Do you know what it means? First of all, the judgment of a court is an interpretation. And INEC is saying they need time to interpret an interpretation. What a shame. The whole idea of court is to make clear the wordings of the law. They have done that explicitly. And INEC is feigning ignorance that they did not understand what the court said. And they need time to interpret the interpretation. Is that not enough to sack everybody there for being grossly incompetent? They know what the court said. But they are waiting for order from APC to decide what they will do with Labour Party. Because their intention is to frustrate all the opposition parties, to bring opposition parties to disarray, so that they will not form a viable platform to oppose APC that is now their paymaster. They know that the Supreme Court has given a judgment. First of all, the judgment of the Supreme Court is final, and it's not supposed to last more than 24 hours before it's obeyed. And look at an organization that is paid by the taxpayers of Nigeria, spending months, and yet has not come out categorically clear to make a statement as to who is the leader of Labour Party. Professor Yakubu is the worst thing that can happen to any country in terms of electoral management, in terms of managing the electoral body. Just look at that, the judgment of the Supreme Court. A professor is telling you he does not understand what it means. With all the lawyers that are being paid, you don't understand that the Supreme Court said that the judgment of the lower court that recognized Abure as the leader of Labour Party is hereby set aside. You don't understand it? What is confusing about it? You don't understand the fact that when you rejected Abure, Abure went to court and used the court to force you to recognize him. And even in your portal, you said Abure is the national chairman of Labour Party by order of court. And court is now removing such tag from its head. And you're saying you don't understand. The court said, no, you cannot use the court to force yourself on Labour Party. That's what the court said. And you're saying you don't understand it? No, you do. But your incompetence and the corruption going on in INEC will stop people from doing the right thing. What you're doing is that you want to make all the opposition parties to be in disarray, to pave way for a smooth run for APC in 2027. And let me say this. This is not to exonerate the opposition parties from blame, because you cannot bring ant-infested wood into your house and not expect lizards to pay you a visit. So all these lizards from INEC, they are paying the opposition parties visits because they brought in ant-infested woods into their house. You have to put your house in order. Can you imagine Abure and his thugs doing everything against the law? And then the other members just looking at them. In Labour Party, there are no elected members at the ward level, at the local government level, at the state level, at the national level. Abure appointed all of them. In Nigeria, have you people been invited for any congress in Labour Party since you started working in New Central? You can contradict me if I'm telling a lie. What kind of party is that? So a party deserves the kind of leadership that it is looking for. So in 2023, Labour Party was available and the vehicle was used, and God blessed them with such a wave. But you see, only good character can sustain any of such wave. It has been blown into smithereens. So I want to tell you that INEC is playing the script of APC. Simple. Because the judgment of the Supreme Court is very clear. How can somebody go to High Court, win a case, and you, the INEC, called him back based on the order of court and he stated it, went to Court of Appeal, won the case, and Supreme Court gave a contrary judgment, and you still say you are thinking? That's a shame. They are not thinking, they are corrupt. It's as simple as that. They are living in disobedience to the rule of law, disobedience to the Supreme Court judgment. They should be tried for contempt of court. That's what INEC should be tried for. But the judgment is very clear. Senator nnamdi Usman was the appellant, and the Supreme Court gave her judgment, saying your appeal is meritorious, and you're saying you don't understand it. Abure had a cross appeal, and the Supreme Court said it is unmeritorious, and you're saying you don't understand it. What don't you understand? No, they do. They simply are waiting for APC to tell them what to do. because INEC under Yakubu has become a department in APC. That's why Nigerians must rise up if they want their will to be established in Nigeria. They must enforce their will, because election is the expression of the sovereignty of the people. The sovereignty of the people, their will is expressed through elections. And if they allow themselves to lose that power to choose their leaders, then they will be ruled by tyrants and dictators. So Yakubu knows what the Supreme Court has said. He doesn't want to obey it because he's in cahoot with APC. In my own opinion, Labour Party as presently constituted is not viable enough to prosecute a presidential campaign. I know what we saw in 2023. You could see, you couldn't have agents in all the polling units, even in Abuja, even in Lagos. And that was how our election was stolen. When we had such a wave, we couldn't defend our votes. Is it now in 2027, when the wave is even ebbing, is even going down? The only choice the Labour Party has is to join the coalition unconditionally, because for me, they are not viable enough to prosecute a presidential campaign. I know what it takes, having been a presidential spokesperson, to prosecute a presidential campaign, and Labour Party as presently constituted cannot go it alone by whatever name called. So their only option is to join the coalition, and then if they join the coalition, they will be able to get a better deal for whoever is coming from there. But for now, they can't go it alone. They go it alone, they'll fail it alone. And not only Labour Party, any other opposition party as presently constituted, PDP or Labour Party, cannot go it alone, because they are practically non-existent. And I'm saying vis-a-vis the ability to conduct a presidential campaign. PDP, Labour Party, they are practically non-existent as a party that can effectively carry on a presidential campaign.
So guys, it is becoming very clear that Nigeria is really in trouble. I mean, this country is in a very big trouble considering the kind of leaders we have in Nigeria today. They don't have clue, they don't have anything to offer the people. Now, Tinubu wants to retain power at all costs. You know, going by the way things are happening in this country, you can see that they really want to retain power at all costs. And look at what is happening. Now, somebody posted this post on Twitter comparing Nigeria, Tinubu's 2 years in office. Naira has so much depreciated, you know. But look at Ghana, the new president they have. In just 6 months, Ghana cedi has appreciated by 30%. But the Nigerian Naira in 2 years has depreciated by 232%. Hey, I don't even want, it's not even good to mention, I'm telling you. Naira depreciated by 200, this one is not 100, this one is not 200, 32%. That's the rate at which the Naira depreciated. While Ghana cedi appreciated by 30% in just 2 years, meaning that this new president of Ghana is doing well. I tell you, the Ghana currency has appreciated while that of Nigeria has depreciated, courtesy of Mahmoud Yakubu. He's the one that sold Nigeria for nothing. And see where we are today. Now, the reactions coming from this post, like this person said, Tinubu must continue, as we no want coalition. You see, Tinubu must continue. You know that Peter Obi has pulled out of the coalition. So this person is now saying, okay, since Peter Obi doesn't want to be part of the coalition, Tinubu should continue. And this was what that person say, now them be that now. Me, I'm not a coalition myself. And this other person say, it shall never be well with any APC supporter. Amen. Somebody reacted. $460 Naira. make una dey lie small small abeg. I think that was under Buhari or so. But this time that Tinubu has taken over, the depreciation is much. It was much. It was how much, please? This person said relocate to Ghana now. Okay, the Jagaban people are now telling those posting this post to relocate to Ghana now. Slave, why are you not in Nigeria, your country? This other person, oh yeah, defenders of master strategies at failure and corruption. On a job don't land, oh yeah, come do your work. Those who are supporting Tinubu should come and do their work. Oh, they can't. Oh, bros, I beg, no vex. Dollar is 1,620. Thank you, sir. You see, dollar has even the naira is falling further. I mean, I don't want people like Tinubu supporter to start crying. Anyway, why I'm reading these things, because this person posted this post saying that the Nigerian currency has so much depreciated under the Tinubu's government. Just in 2 years, you have 232% depreciation, while the Ghana currency, just within the space of 6 months that they have a new government, has appreciated by 30%. I think that's just a big win. But one thing I want to say is that Nigerians, is it that you people are just getting to know that the APC leaders, these people are old, cannot sit down and think, no creativity. They said they've employed people, they got some young ministers and the rest of them. When the head is not thinking, don't expect the other ones to think. That is what's just affecting Nigeria today, because they know that the leaders are not ready to work, and anybody they hire is just coming to sit down and be eating money. Like, there's this guy that makes video about cars. He said, if you're a politician, this is the one you buy. But if you are a civil servant, don't come close. Because they know that politics is where the money is. It's not about the people. They want to get into leadership, not about you. It's all about them. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.